Hi, I'm Scott Swenson. We're at Lynn's Propane Trucks. Have another stock truck here for you today. This is a 2022 Peterbilt. It's got a PX9, 350 horsepower, 34.99 gallon tank, completely dressed up, a beautiful truck. In the back, stainless lower deck, stainless oversized meter box, stainless fenders, fender brackets. Up front, as you can see, we've got the chrome bumper, chrome grille, stainless exterior sun visor. We've got the air horns up top with the snow shields. We've got the chrome heated power window mirrors, excuse me. And also up here in the headlights, as you can see, we've got these on, the strobe lights. These are on a factory rocker switch on the dash. They work in conjunction with one on the rear head of the tank. So those roadside deliveries, you put those on, cars coming from either direction can see you very easily. Let's jump in the cab and take a look at a few more options. On the driver's side door here, we have controls for your power locks. Power windows, which are nice. You know, you got a little foggy window, you can roll it down to clear it off so you can see your mirror right from the side of the driver's door there. We also have controls for power mirrors and the heated mirrors right there on the door. So the power mirrors are nice. You're backing down a tight driveway, you whack a branch, you can adjust your mirror right from your driver's side door there. Really, really nice option. Just to the left of the steering column, we have our work light switch. That controls 2 work lights on the rear corners of the cab and 2 on the rear head of the tank. So you flip that on, completely lights up all around the truck so you can work safely on those late night deliveries. Moving to the center of the dash here, we've got 2 12-volt receptacles. You can charge your phones, your tablets, whatever else, GPS, whatever else you have in the cab that you need to keep charged up. Concert class radio system, we got the USB auxiliary port, AM, FM. Moving over here, we've got the rear differential lock, driver controlled right from the cab. This is an air ride truck, so we also have a air suspension dump switch right on the dash here. Strobe light rocker from the factory here, so we've installed strobe lights in the headlight enclosure, and then we also have one on the rear head of the tank. So you flip that on for those roadside deliveries. Traffic can see you coming from either direction. Up top here on the dash, we've got our monitor for the backup camera. So the camera itself's on the rear head of the tank. It's tied into the reverse circuit. You put it in reverse, comes on here. We mount it over here because it's really close to your mirrors as well. So it's nice and easy to use while you're still using your mirrors. It eliminates that blind spot directly behind the truck. Really, really great safety option. Moving down here, we've got a custom printer stand. We build these custom to every single truck, so it is rock solid. It's not going to be shaking and rattling as you drive down the road. We also have a ticket holder here. We just put that there to help your drivers stay organized. Trucks that are in here for service, we see stacks of the tickets on the dash, you know, wooden boxes, plastic crates, whatever it is to help keep them organized, but this helps them, and drivers love that as well. This truck has a 3-function remote shutdown. PTO, throttle, and e-stop. So you only need the emergency stop. The problem with that is if you have that, your drivers have no use for it. It is the law. They carry it on every delivery. With just a single function, we see it living on the dash a lot. DOT pulls you over, battery's dead, you get a ticket for it. With this, it's really nice. You pull the hose out to the customer's tank. Right from the tank, kick the PTO on, throttle up. As the tank fills, throttle down, shut the PTO off. Your pump runs a lot less, so that's nice as well, but it's also nice for your drivers to be able to control everything right from their hip when this is on their belt. Let's head out to the side of the truck and take a look at a few more options. So again, this truck is really dressed up. You see the aluminum wheels. We've got the aluminum battery box cover, air tank as well, aluminum fuel tank. Grab handles. You can see up here we've got our set of work lights. We've got 2 down low here to illuminate the sides, 2 up top that are pointing off to the sides as well, and then we've got the work lights on the rear head of the tank. So as you can see on those late night deliveries, it's going to light up all around the truck. For those icy, snowy conditions, you can see where you're walking, where you're working. It's really a true safety feature. Moving back a little bit, we've got our chalk block holder, rubber in the front, rubber in the back, so they're not banging as you're driving down the road, rattling against steel. We've got the rubber here, spring loaded, so it's nice and easy to use. Easy for your drivers to secure the chalk block load. Nice safety feature as well. Moving back, we've got the stainless fenders, stainless fender brackets. we've got a stainless fender spacer here because we set the mud flaps back a bit so you can't pin them between the tire and a snowbank and tear them off. Because of that, we put the stainless spacer in to help keep the road grime off the back deck. Let's head to the back deck and take a look at a few more options. The top of the tank here, you'll see that little cluster. At the very top, we've got the backup camera. So when you put the truck in reverse, that's going to come on. And like I said, as you can see, it's shining down here. Completely eliminates the blind spot directly behind the truck. Really, really nice safety feature. Below that's the strobe light. We had the factory rocker on the dash. We have 2 on the front headlight enclosures as well. So like I said, for that roadside delivery, no matter what direction traffic's coming, they're going to see you there. Either side, we've got the work lights. These in conjunction with the 2 on the top and the lower rear corners of the cab, completely illuminating all around the truck for those night deliveries or early morning deliveries either. It's a really nice safety feature. Lets you see your work area so you can walk and work safely. Third brake light below that. Just below that, we've got the recessed float gauge. Most of the tanks you see, they've got that little rain guard over them, and you always see rust dripping right down the tank from there. This is recessed. You don't have to worry about it shearing off or anything like that. It's tucked in there, so you're not having rust running down the tank all the time either. As far as the rear deck is concerned, you'll see that it's lowered. We've got a lowered stainless steel deck, lowered angled fills, so you're always working within your center of gravity. Most of the trucks you'll see, they've got a prefabricated deck. You got the chassis rails from the factory stretching behind the rear axle. They just set that deck up there, bolted on, and they're good to go. Well, the problem with that is your work height is up above your shoulders. You're not within your center of gravity. This is, you know, your drivers, this is their office. They're here all day long working off this truck, in the truck. So the more comfortable they can be, the more efficient they can be. So as you can see, the angled load lines. Normally they're up higher, they're coming out straight. These are at a perfect angle. It doesn't matter what height you are. You've got that 2-inch load line, those winter months, it's not flexible at all. Goes right under your shoulder, you come right up, the Acme's line up, it's the perfect angle, the perfect height. The deck itself, you can see it's stainless steel bumper cover. We've got the oversized stainless steel meter box. Inside the meter box, because it's oversized, we can have a little shelf here for your drivers to keep their fittings, their gloves, anything they're working with throughout the day. Keep it nice and handy. We also have a little spray bottle holder here. It's for leak check, soap, so they can squirt up the piping if they think there's a leak. But I know in the summer months, a lot of drivers use that to keep the bee bomb in. So it's nice and handy, so they can kill those bees when they get to the tanks nice and easily. We keep our hose end nozzle in the meter cabinet. A lot of times you're going to see a little fitting right here on the deck. You get to your stop, you've got to thread it off. Go make your delivery, you come back, you thread it on. This is nice and easy. You open up the meter to start the delivery, grab your hose end nozzle. Keeps it clean, dry, out of the weather, unlike when it's on the rear deck, just getting covered with road grime. It's a really nice spot for it. We've got an LC meter with an electronic register. 2-stage preset. That means if you want to drop 286.9 gallons, it'll drop it right on the money every single time. Moving over, the hose reel. This hose reel spec for 250 feet of 1-inch hose. It comes standard with 150 feet of 1-inch hose. As you can see, we've got a lot of extra room in here. A lot of times these are spec just big enough or a little bit over spec. The problem with that is to fit the hose on it, you've got to reel it up perfectly every single time. So with an over-spec drum that can hold a lot more hose than you have, it makes it nice because the drivers can just throw it on there. You know, those days in the winter when they're making 30, 40, 50, 60 deliveries, they're out there hustling. They're not reeling this in perfectly every time. So with this, they can just throw it on the reel, not worry about rubbing against the deck, shortening the hose life, not worrying about it lopping over and getting caught between the drum and the frame, nicking up the hose. It's really nice. The other thing that's really nice for the drivers is the Guide Master. It makes it nice and easy to reel in the hose. Much easier on your back. Typically, if you don't have this, you're guiding it in with your gloves. You're getting on your gloves anything that hose dragged through in the yard. Mud, animal droppings, whatever it is. So this is not only makes it a lot easier on the back, but it keeps your drivers from getting all that grime and whatever on their gloves when they're reeling in the hose. Pipe in here, we've got a lot of areas that are stainless steel standard right here, before and after the meter. The run from the pump to the back deck, stainless steel. A lot of the trucks you see, those pipes underneath the truck that never get washed, never get any attention. You know, after 7-8 years, they're just rotting out. So we've got the stainless steel piping in high corrosion areas. Let's head to the side of the truck and take a look at a few more options. Again, we've got the stainless steel lower deck. Stainless steel spacer with the mud flap set back, stainless steel fenders, stainless fender brackets. We've got the DEF tank over here with a nice polished cover on it. Stainless steel cover on your vertical exhaust, aluminum cover on your after treatment and your stairs. Again, you can see the work lights here shining down and out to illuminate the workspace. In between the frame rails, you can't see it, we've got an oversized PTO shaft. Straight as an arrow. A lot of these trucks that come in, we see they're kinked, they're at an angle. Universals don't last. They require a lot of maintenance when they're not straight and true. These are straight as can be, true, and they're oversized, so much lower maintenance. We also have a cover over it for the safety issues. So you don't want your drivers getting under there or doing anything when the truck is running or the PTO is running, but that's just an extra safety feature. This truck is built. It's ready to deliver gas. If you have any questions, give us a call, 800-252-5467. We'll talk to you soon.